Hello and welcome back to All Elite Spotlight. I am your host, TNT, and we're just going to do a quick preview today for the upcoming episode of AEW Dynamite. So we're coming off a collision where we saw FTR crossing the line and laying hands on the family of the Young Bucks, notably getting into a shoving match with their father and even pushing the mother. I believe Dax was the one that actually laid hands on her. And then, of course, we can't forget what happened to Mordecai as he was driven into the mat with a spiked pile driver right before the end of the show. So I'm sure we'll be seeing some fallout from those events. But what we have so far that's been promoted for the show is, of course, the highly anticipated decision by MJF. And that's in regards to his AEW World Heavyweight title matchup against Hangman Adam Page at Revolution. So we will be seeing if he makes his decision to go ahead and allow for that stipulation that Hangman was looking for, which in particular, there's two parts to it, right? He wants a death match, a Texas death match to be specific. And on top of that, in order to get it, he's willing to basically put his dreams of being AEW World Champion ever again on the line. So if he were to lose that match at Revolution, he would never challenge for the AEW World title again in his life. So what are you folks thinking? I know this is a tough one, right? So are we going to see Hangman Adam Page get what he wants, which is that Texas death match, but is the cost going to be too high in the end? Will he end up regretting this decision and even throwing those words out there that he would never challenge again for the world title? Let me know what you all think. I have a feeling, honestly, at this moment, I can't pick if those stipulations do happen. I can't right now pick who would come out on top. I can't, in my wildest dreams, see Hangman Adam Page being out of the world title picture for the rest of his career in AEW. And I wouldn't want to see them come about with some workaround either. So if they go this route, they would need to actually stick to their word on this and let it play out. So is MJF's title reign in serious jeopardy so soon into it? We'll find out. We'll see at Dynamite exactly how this situation unfolds. And there's still quite a bit of time until March 15th, I believe, which is the date for Revolution. So moving along, we do have Orange Cassidy accepting the challenge by Gabe Kidd. So again, fighting on behalf of Darby Allin, really, because Gabe Kidd's true beef is with Darby Allin. And now, Orange Cassidy's just gotten in his way enough to where he wants to get rid of Cassidy as well. So I'm sure this will be an entertaining match. Not the biggest fan personally of the Gabe Kidd character, but he has started to grow on me a lot. He is very intense in the ring, so I really like his in-ring style. He's brutal, ferocious, just like an attack dog in the ring. So I like his style. So he is growing on me. Orange Cassidy, he's kind of been in the background a lot, just kind of lost in the shuffle in the mid card. So we'll see if he'll be picking up another win tonight. I imagine there should be another Darby Allin sighting. We'll see if he's coming in through the crowd, if Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors, who I'm sure will be around as well, will be there to head off Darby Allin, because it's been 2 shows now in a row where they've been caught off guard and dragged off by him through the crowd. So we'll see what happens there. I don't really have a pick for this match. I guess if I had to, I would say that Orange Cassidy would pull it out again somehow, some way with Darby's help. From there, we have the big meaty men contest. So you'll be hearing the chance of meat a lot through this one, I'm sure. We've got Brody King versus none other than Mark Davis. So this will be a slobber knocker, I guess you could say. These guys are going to be going at it. Both very talented big men that aren't afraid to get their feet off the ground and go through the air, suicide dives, top rope, whatever. So I'm envisioning a great match here, possible match of the night. Honestly, they could steal the show right here. Just based off of what they've promoted so far. I'm sure, Dynamite will come with a few surprises as well, but this one right here, wholeheartedly looking forward to. And Brody King did say last Dynamite that he wanted to get back on his winning ways and on the road back to the main event and another shot at the title. So look for that to happen here. I wouldn't be too shocked though if Mark Davis pulls off, I guess, what would be considered as an upset and come out with a win here. So keep an eye out for that. And then finally, we have the Continental Champion, Jon Moxley, taking on Don Callis family representative, Clon. So Clon, when he originally came out, I was like, okay, a copy of Hologram, which was already a wrestler I wasn't a big favorite of, who later on started to grow on me. I just wasn't a big fan of Hologram's aesthetic. Didn't really like the mask or the gear he'd come out to in the ring. But Clone has, in my eyes, been an improvement on the original. He's just super talented, and I really like his in-ring style as well, and just his whole persona and ability. So it's interesting to see where he will take his career in AEW, and this will be a big showcase match for him against a champion and a wrestler the stature of Jon Moxley. Doesn't say that it's an eliminator match or anything like that, but we'll see if that gets added on. I would imagine Jon Moxley to prevail here. I know there's the larger scale of the Death Riders versus the Don Callis family, so interference could happen and sway the decision there, but I find it hard to believe that Jon Moxley, interference or not, will lose this one. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, if your thinking is along with mine and the results for these matches. Let me know what else you're hoping to see on this week's Dynamite. And other than that, if you haven't already subscribed, which if you have, thank you. If not, please do subscribe, like, share, and thank you again for watching, and I will talk to you all soon.